All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now, 1st and 10. And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. That'll go as a loss of 5. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Play action. It's Jackson. Now he's going to go up top. Oh, wide open, complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. Flush to it, under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Now, I know we're only 2 plays in, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, something has to change with the protection, and they can't wait to halftime to make an adjustment.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Dobbs, and he's going to go down again. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when
in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Cameron Hayward able to drop him for a loss of a couple. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now a handoff for Dixon. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Lucky 56.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Taken right around the 44. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Dobbs looking to throw on first down. Flushed out right. And some room to work. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Well, you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Dobbs now on 2nd down. Caught here by Bell. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and
caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. As his guys are in for 6. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box, touchdown.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Dixon, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. On first down, they go with Dixon. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Play action. Now Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on 3rd down.
Yeah, they add a DB. Now Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They go play action here on first down. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Eluding the pressure right. He finds Lashley complete over the middle. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. On 1st and goal, Dixon. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches, you say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Willie Snead from 3 yards out. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. He finds some open field here. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. In for the score. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking out some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And down he'll go at the 25. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They've got a second down at 5 here to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Call it an even 20 yards on the pickup. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. And he'll find Lashley there. It's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offensive coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
That one goes for 24 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
They'll give it to him up the middle. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. To throws Jackson. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On second down, Dobbs. To the right side and complete to Washington. And now running right through it. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On first and 10, Dobbs being chased out left. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throw left side complete. It's Hodges. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
On first down, Dobbs to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Hey. 4 down. Ohio! Flex round!
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning. Out of the gun, Dobbs. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he gets it down to the 32. 1:57 to go in this first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Here's Dobbs to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. He'll get it up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12.
Flex round!
Back to throw Dobbs. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. On play action, it's Dobbs. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And Boswell's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They go play action now. Jackson. Now he'll let it go deep left side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. They give him a gain of 38. First down now, but that clock rolling.
A Hall of Fame coach once said there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or 2. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 23 yards on the play. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Fighting through pressure. His throw caught right around the 6. And he lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
They need a stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Here's Dobbs to throw. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Throwing here, Dobbs. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there of 22.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Dancing to his left. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Hodges. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run and get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And a loose football.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. To throw is Dobbs. Tony Jefferson in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now Bell. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Cameron Hayward in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. He's got a man. Complete. That one goes for 36 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
His throw incomplete. And that right there, his first incompletion of the game, pretty remarkable.
And so let's start talking about all-time records, because with that incompletion, maybe over a 2-game sequence, or maybe he starts a new streak now, because Ryan Tannehill, over 2 games, hit 25 straight. Now, the incompletion, we're taking this record out of play, but Mark Brunell, when he's in Washington, 22 straight completions to start a game. This guy is on fire.
Jackson. Flush to his right. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. 4th down. Here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Cameron Sutton. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd and short.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Dobbs is throwing. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Dobbs. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, a 22. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it. Okay, got him halfway there. You don't see the sneak all that often from the 2-yard line because you definitely don't want to see your quarterback get clobbered. But you wonder if we might see the same play again.
Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. And I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. Now Dobbs escaping and it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you think maybe just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them. Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
And he'll take this out to about the 7- or 8-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Eluding the pressure right. He's got his man. It's Andrews. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Brought in left side by Snead. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good edge scheme going.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 3rd and short, it's Dixon. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now it's Jackson. And no, it's incomplete. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And the Ravens have got it.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game. So hold on here, not done in the 4th. Now he'll let it go deep left side. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Here's Jackson to throw. Flush to his right. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath.
They got his man complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big-time third down play for the Ravens. And even 40 yards. They go play action here on first down. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Ryan Shazier in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. He uncorks it for Snead. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way. This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. On second down, it's Bell. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Back to throw now in his own end zone. This is Bell on the dump off. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of 5. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Now Dobbs. Man open left side is Brown. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you've got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And this will be caught at the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington, 71 yards. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete, and now second down. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. He's going to look deep down the field. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Sean Davis with a pick.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
This is Bell, and this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Again, it's Bell. It's a room to maneuver. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 11. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Play action. It's Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
To throw is Jackson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, these cornerbacks had their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get 2 hands on the football and pick it off.
They'll start the drive with Dixon. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Flushed out right. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Kentrell Bryce picks it, and they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Jackson stepping up. He's going to keep it. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Normally, we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're